Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the International Visiting Lecture today with National University Odesa Law Academy from Ukraine. Welcome to the Honorable Professor Artem Sokolov as a Professor Technical Science. And for the topic today is Cybersecurity, Essential Safeguarding Information in a Connected World. And for today's session is being live streamed on the Universitas STEKOM YouTube channel. And now I will read our agenda this afternoon. First, we will start class presentation delivered by Professor Artem and continue with the Q&A session. In the next session, we have time for documentation unless time is closing. Yeah, let's begin. We will start class presentation delivered by Professor Artem. The time is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Novita. Yes, let me switch the presentation on. Okay. Yes, can you see the presentation now?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. So, my name is Professor Artem Sokolov. I'm a professor at the Odesa National University, Odesa Law Academy in Ukraine. So greetings to all of you from Ukraine, from Odessa. It's a great honor for me to stay here with you today on this lecture at STEKOM University. And first of all, let me thank our armed forces of Ukraine, who is defending our country every day. Who is giving us the possibility to stay here and to work in safety under such a terrible attack that was performed by Russians on our country, and of course a great honor to those who sacrificed their lives for our motherland. So today we are going to speak about a very essential and very important subject, which is cybersecurity essentials, safeguarding information in a connected world. I know many of you are studying information technology, and probably some of you want to connect your life somehow with the information technology. Information technology is changing, and we know that. We know the Moore's law and also the Bell's law, which tell us that every decade we have a new information technology emerging in our world. If we will think a bit, this is correct. In 1990s, we had personal computers emerging, internet emerging, and this massively changed the manner of our interference with the world. It's massively changed our life. Then in 2000s, we had laptops, so computing became mobile. We had the opportunity to take our computers with us to our office, to university, to other places. In 2010s, we had a new technology, which is smartphones. So now we can put computers to our pockets. We also had an Internet of Things emerged, and something like cloud computing, other technologies that really changed our way to interact with society, with the world, and it was a life-changing technology. Now in 2020s, we have a new technology, and probably everyone knows what it is. Yes, this is artificial intelligence, and it's already changing the world. I'm pretty sure that most of you is using this technology, using artificial intelligence to help your studies, to help your research, to help your life at all. And we will see new amazing things for sure in next years, like artificial intelligence changing, changing the way to work. Yes, probably changing some of the employers. Yes, and probably some other things that will emerge in the next few years while the artificial intelligence is developing. But one thing in this changing world is constant. This is presence of those who want to do some malicious things, want to interrupt the normal processing, normal information processing, want to steal our information, want to steal our money, yes, in the cyberspace. And of course, this is a cybersecurity branch. Cybersecurity is extremely important, and it's even difficult to tell how important it is, and it's getting more and more important with every new information and technology emerging, with every new year of our development in the field of information technology. It's enough to say that today our world is losing over $10 trillion every year because of the information security, because of the cybersecurity threats realizing. And this is really astronomical numbers, because most of the countries' budgets are lower than this bound of $10 trillion. It's really a lot. Yes, and of course, good news here is these losses could be prevented if the cybersecurity measures will be taken in the proper time. It means that we need cybersecurity specialists. We need those who will defend the information. We need those who understand how the cybersecurity is operating, yes, and what to do to defend the information. I know pretty well that cybersecurity specialists are in demand in around all the world, and it's extremely actual and urgent here in Ukraine, because we are in the state of war. So the war is also proceeding in the cyberspace. So we are working a lot here, yes, on the cybersecurity department to prepare the cybersecurity specialists. And demand is extremely high, and it's getting more and more high with time. For example, just a few days ago, we had a CTF. Probably most of you know what CTF is. This is a capture the flag competitions between the students of 5 universities in Odesa, to make sure they have high enough knowledge and skills to defend the information. Also, I can tell you that in Ukrainian state we have important professions, just several important professions for which we have a special national testing. This is very hard and very controlled test conducted by the state in a special conditions, like webcams everywhere, yes, and a lot of control, yes. And we have such a test, just the professions that are really important. From such a professionals, life of other people are depending. And here it is a medics, so it's a medical profession, yes, and also it's a cybersecurity, because cybersecurity is profession from which a life of other people can depend, not just the money, especially in the state of the war, you understand, yes? If you know the position coordinates, if you know something about infrastructure, you can do damage. And the specialists of cybersecurity, this is who have to prevent this damage. This is because it's especially important for us. Today, we are going to speak a bit about cybersecurity. Well, really, this is a world profession, and you see, this profession is extremely important, yes, and we spent years to study cybersecurity. It has a lot of parts, like a social part, a law part, technical part, yes, managing part, yes, and a lot of other things you have to study to understand the cybersecurity. So it's really not possible to tell all about cybersecurity in just 1 hour, but I want to tell you some basic but interesting things you can use in your own life. You can apply, you can understand to make your practice, well, if you're practicing with computers, more safe. Yes, and if you are developing, if you're a future IT specialist, it will make you understand how to make your products safer. So we will speak just about few basic topics, and I'm going to show you some experiments, yes, to make it more practical. Well, some of the experiments I'm asking you not to repeat, especially not in a lab environment, yes. Well, I will tell you additional information about this, of course, when I will show you these experiments. Anyway, we will talk about basic but very important things today, and I hope this will be interesting for you. So, the cybersecurity basis, this is what we call a triad STIE. STIE is an American special service, you know it, and this is a name which makes us remember this triad better, yes? STIE. What is a STIE? STIE is a confidentiality. Confidentiality is about ensuring information is accessible only to those who is authorized. It means if you have right to get accessible information, you can do it. If you have the special credentials, if you have no right to do this, you are unable to access this information. So this is a basic state. We have to ensure confidentiality. The second state is integrity. Integrity is maintaining accuracy and completeness of information. Malicious users sometimes want to damage or even destroy the information, which can be important for us. And integrity, this is a property when we are defending information from this damage or destruction. Integrity also includes protection of information against some natural threats, like you can have some storms, floods, fires, yes, and other things that can damage the information. So integrity is about defending information from these threats as well. This is very complex property. Sorry, and it includes many things like fire alarm systems, yes, special buildings which prevents storms, floods, and other stuff. Yes, so it's a complex property, and well, you can ensure both these two properties really by the destruction of information. If you have some important information, you can destroy it or hide it in such a way that no one can ever access it. But that security system wouldn't be good, yeah, because, well, you just destroyed your information, it's probably secure, but you can't access it. No one can access it, actually, yes, you can't use it. Information security systems must be convenient. It means the people who are authorized to have access to information, who have right to get it, modify it, must have the possibility to realize their right. Yeah, and this is the last property, which we call availability. It means that authorized people can access the information when needed. And this access must be convenient, yes, because if you do such a security system that is not convenient for authorized people to use, it means this is bad security system. So we see the three basic properties of information: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And all our work, all we do about information protection is actually about maintaining these three basic properties. First of all, I want to speak with you a bit about password-based authentication systems. Well, we have password-based authentication systems really everywhere. This is the first line of defense of most of the systems we are using. This is email, this is social media, this is banking, cloud platforms, and everything else. Actually, I'm pretty sure that every one of you every day is using a password protection systems, yes, for assessing your educational systems like Moodle or your emails to send messages to your professors, to your colleagues, other students, friends. Well, this is messengers. I don't know what your messenger is the most popular in Indonesia. Probably WhatsApp or something like this. It's also have some kind of password protection systems. Password protection systems are really critical for maintaining security and preventing unauthorized access. And this is really the first thing we are studying with our students, yes, how to make a really good protected password protection system and how they can be cracked. Yes, this is what we study as well. Well, I'm pretty sure that every one of you knows how to choose a really good password, yes, protected one that will defend you from possible unauthorized access. But what is a password really? Well, we have the association with computer systems, but really passwords were used even in ancient ages before the computers, yeah, when we had something like a military camp, and to access this military camp, you had to tell to the guards the secret word, yes, and probably if you say this word correctly, probably he will get you into this camp. If not, well, at least he will say you to go and search for some other camp to access. Yeah. But now, when we have the need to authorize people in many systems to well differ someone who have right to access this system and who have no right to access the system, passwords became the basic defense line. Yes, so this is a knowledge, what we call a knowledge-based authorization. We have a lot of formulas, really, yeah, in our courses, something like cryptography or steganography or risk theory, yeah, but this is just one formula I put to this presentation to not overload it, yes, but this formula allows us to understand the security of password. What does it mean? This is a number of attempts. Yes, J is Y is the number of attempts you have to spend to guess a possible password. So it is determined as a number of members, symbols in alphabet in the degree of password length. Well, let's think, what does it mean? If you choose a password that consists only of small Latin letters, yeah, small Latin letters. We have 26 Latin letters. It's English letters, well, yeah. So it's just a 26. And n is the size of the password. Just we have a password length of 6 symbols. So it means it 26 in degree 6. Well, yesterday you were starting with Professor Boyko about Python. Yeah, so let's run the Python. And this is 26 in degree 6. It's something like that. So it's about 300 millions. It's nothing. For modern computer system, if you want to guess 300 million passwords, if you want to perform 300 million attempts, it doesn't take much time. So in well, probably a few minutes, yes, depending on the computation power, you spend a few minutes or, well, maybe an hour, yeah, to guess the password if other security measures are not maintained. So this is because you're told by nearly every system to choose a password that consists of small English letters, big English letters. This is 26 plus 26, this is 52, plus digits plus 10, this is 62, plus special symbols, yeah, which is, actually um, 72. And if the length of the password is 8, this is 72 in 8 degree, which is, oh, I can't even read this number, yeah, it's hard, it's really a lot, yeah. And even for modern computing systems, it could be quite hard to guess such a password. This is because this is really hard, this is really essential thing, yes, to choose a correct password. To follow these recommendations, you can see at most of websites with the passwords protection systems. But brute force attacks, yeah, by guessing all of the passwords, this is not actually the most dangerous attacks can be done on the password. Really, I can say you that brute force attack, this is attack time, which could always win, because brute force, it means you just all the possible variants of the password. So sometimes, maybe in a few thousand years, yeah, the attacker could find the password. But usually people don't have such a time, yeah, like 1,000 years. This is because the password security stands. But there are other type of attacks which is very common, yeah, and used by attackers to break your passwords. And I can tell you that on this CTF we had many tasks, and well, on many CTFs really it happens when many tasks are connected with dictionary attacks. What is a dictionary? We are all different. You are, well, each of you is a unique person with a unique mind, yes, a unique view, but we are quite similar anyway. And if you think, we speak different languages, yeah, but most of us, well, if speak one or another language, are using not so many words really. Just think, how many words do you use in basically every day? Probably just a few thousand, yeah, basic words you're using. And this similarity of people around really makes some dictionary attacks possible. Attackers can grab some basis of passwords somehow. For example, I can show you some dictionary now. This is a real dictionary which called ROQ. Probably you've seen it if you are studying information security, if you are studying IT. People say that this dictionary is made by attackers who attacked Gmail in 2014. You remember it was a massive Gmail attack, and many user accounts were compromised by the attackers. So they just systemized all these passwords, and they just write down the most frequent passwords users used on their account. But this dictionary is available on the internet and can be downloaded. It's used in the laboratory environment to perform experiments on the cybersecurity. It's used on CTFs. It's used on competitions, yes, and laboratory works. Well, but there are many other dictionaries really real attackers are using to attack the systems. And I can tell you that some dictionaries are even sold on the dark net, which is best and containing more vulnerable and more frequently used passwords really. Well, I can show you. See, That's what I wanted to tell you as well. I can show you this dictionary. Here's a lot of things. Let's edit it with a notepad plus. Yes, you see, this is just a list, really of passwords. 14 million passwords, the most likely passwords people are using as their account, yeah? So it reduces that massive number you've seen before of, I don't know, many digits, 20 digits, yes, to 40 millions, which is possible to guess, yeah, when you are talking some password protection system, and this is the most probable words people using as their passwords. See, the passwords 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is really one of the most common passwords in the world, yeah, especially before the special measures and special requirements on the password protection systems were maintained everywhere. People use these passwords really a lot, but there are other passwords. Attacker can just like passwords 1, 2, 3, or QWERTY, or I love you, or something like that. So this is how real passwords in real world look like. Usually in our practice we say never to demonstrate the screen to other people. Yeah, so what I'm doing now is really not very right thing, because well, when you demonstrate the whole screen while the demonstration, it means you can show something you don't want to show. But well, this computer doesn't contain really many things, just things I'm using to work with. And I wanted to show you some practical example. Yeah, I really need to demonstrate the whole screen to show it. See, we are using special lab environment. We are using special things to train, yeah, because to understand how to defend, you have to understand how to attack. And today I'm going to use you to show you real attack on the password protection system, web password protection system. We are starting with our students, yes, and it's really essential to understand how to do such things, yes, how attackers can do such things, to understand how to defend. But I have to say you that in most of the countries, I'm pretty sure in all of the countries, attacking other systems, what we do now is this is a lab environment. Yes, this is our lab environment on the virtual server. And you are not allowed to do it with other password protection systems, yes, other websites. So please never do it outside the special environment. Never do it with some real systems, yes, because it's illegal. Well, in Ukraine, it will cost you, could be arrested and taken to the prison, because it's pretty sure it's the same in Indonesia, yeah, because it can cause massive damage to companies and to other people, yeah. This is what from we are trying to defend. So I have the web server running here. This is a XAMPP web server. You can easily download. This is a free source, open source system. It contains Apache web server and MySQL database. It's running on the local host. And we can easily go to a local host. And I installed for you the damn vulnerable web app, DVVA. This is a special environment we are using to train. You see, it have a lot of different vulnerabilities like XSS, JavaScript, authorization bypass, CSRF tokens, well, CSRF attacks, SQL injection, yeah, command injection, file upload, captcha, and different vulnerabilities you can meet in the real world. But now I want to show you the brute force. This is a brute force attacks. You see, this is a first thing, yes, we are training on. And well, this is, I'm sure it's the same in all around the world. Yes, when you're starting to study cybersecurity, first of all, you must be familiar with the password protection system. Well, we have several level of security. Yes, this one is impossible. I will probably switch to the low level for this example, but we are trying to attack every level, yes, to understand how it's working. And this is what you usually see. Yeah, this is a field of username and password. So you are welcome to enter your username and then enter your password. If I want to log as an admin, but I don't know the password, so I can just, well, the most probable is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah? So I will try to guess it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To try to log in. Well, this is not easy. I don't know the password for the admin account, and it means I can't be authorized, so I can't access the admin page. Yes, but I would like to do that. This is what someone malicious would say. Yes, this is what attacker would say. So what he can do to try to guess the password. First thing he have to do this is make the interface between the web environment and some of his tools. Attacker tool he would use to attack this system. I want to show you today the tool called DOP. It's have a community edition which is free, and also it's a great tool, really. It's have a lot of very interesting things to learn, and I have to say you that Pulswider is a company who made this BOP suit. Yes, they have their own academy. So if you want to become more familiar with cybersecurity, you can sign up for free here. It's have a lot of labs. It's have a lot of very interesting information, a lot of practical tasks. So if you want to understand cybersecurity better, you can go here, yeah, and try yourself with these labs. This is really a great idea, and it will bring you new opportunities in your career and make you a better specialist. So this will be my recommendation to those of you who want to become more familiar with cybersecurity. Okay, we are using the product called a Bulb Suite, and it's have a built-in proxy. So you can intercept the packets which is exchanging between the user and the web server when you're accessing some of the websites. It's have built-in browser, so it's very convenient really to work with it. The intercept is off now, so I can easily go to localhost DVVA. I can switch the security level to low, yes, because we wanted to attack the low level. And this is a brute force. So what I tried, I used admin, and the password was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, which was incorrect. Okay, but now we are switching on the intercept. Intercept is on, so it means Bulb Suite is intercepting all the packets exchanging between the browser and the web server. Well, but take notice, this is HTTP, not an HTTPS. It's a lot harder with HTTPS because you have to build in the Bulb certificate into the browser, CA certificate into the browser, which is well, it's a more difficult thing to do. Okay, but anyway, now we have intercept on, and I can try to log in. You see, Bulb intercepted this packet, and this is what this packet is really looking like. So this is the information which was sent from my browser to the server, yeah, and it's containing the GET request. You see here an admin and password. This is just a GET request, so it's not an encrypted form, yes, and well, this is a low security level. So what I can do now? Now I really have the interface between the server and my web suite, because I can change these fields, which is highlighted by red color. I can just substitute something else here and try to attack. Yes, try to send many requests, trying to search the proper password for this web form. Web Suite has an utility that is helping to do this. Oh, yes, and I'm telling you again, please, don't intercept the requests between the browser and web service. Yes, you don't own. You are not allowed to do it, and it can be illegal according to your jurisdiction. So beware of this, yeah, and this is just an educational example. So I can send it to Intruder. Intruder is a software which helps you to attack, to make these requests. Well, I can show you how it's worked now on practice. So I'm choosing the fields I want to change and add special positioning symbols here. I'm adding position symbols on admin and also on the password, like that. This is a marks of payload, what we call a payload. Here you can choose a cluster bomb attack. Cluster bomb attack is a type of attack which includes brute force and dictionary attacks. This is what we want to do. And now we have to specify the payload. The first one, admin, we know the username, so we can write here admin and put it here, yeah. And the second one is a runtime file, because we want to use dictionary to attack this website. And here I can select a dictionary I'm going to use to attack. Remember, I had a dope suit, a ROQ dictionary, yeah? Okay. So I'm selecting a ROQ. Yes, you can modify here very much. It has a lot of preferences, so you can choose hashing, just selecting special type of passwords and many other things here. Yeah, this is just the most simple attack I want to show you. And now we are ready. We can start an attack against this web app. Yes. Okay. So it's attacking now. Yeah. Well, it depends very much from the version of web suite you're using. If it's a community edition, probably it's slower. If it's shareware version, it can be professional one, it can be faster. But anyway, you can get other utilities like Hydra. Yeah, they can perform such attacks as well. So it's not only utility, but this one, well, it's very convenient to show such examples. And here, this is our trace of requests and how we can differ them. Well, usually when you try with the correct password, you may have different request code, or, which is the most important, you have the different length of the response. So it means when the password is correct, the page is different. So you don't get this information here about username and password is incorrect. You get something else, probably more or less, yeah? And it means the length will be different. So we can just see the different lengths of the request we are getting. And on the fourth request, you see the length is really different. It's 5,100. So we can just, this password is our correct password from this web page. Password, yeah? So this word password is the probably correct password for admin. So we just cracked it, you see. It's no difficult, yeah? Okay, let's stop the attack. Now let's try these credentials. We have admin and password would be password. And let's log in. Okay, you see it's of course, we hear this intercept. Yes, welcome to the password protected area, yeah? Yeah, so we just cracked it, you see. It's not difficult, and sometimes someone malicious, someone bad can do such a thing with your password. So beware of your passwords. Think about it when you're choosing passwords. Think about this when you're realizing, when you're implementing some systems, when you're coding, when you're developing your own web apps. Yeah, you have to think well before you just set up such a login fields. Yeah, you have to perform some special defense, like choosing possibility to prevent someone accessing these fields after some count of attempts. Yeah, so limiting this attempt counts, and other defense measure you have to perform to mitigate such a vulnerability. Okay, I'm just showing you on practice how it works and what can happen if this system, if these login fields are not defended properly. Well, another thing I want to tell you about password protection systems, this is MFA, or multi-factor authentication. This is very important thing, and it makes things really more secure. So many systems and many platforms here today have the two-factor, two-factor authentication. It means you must know not only password, but also you have to authorize by the second factor. For example, this is some SMS message could be sent on your mobile phone. It could be some call. It could be some biometric identification. Yeah, you have Face ID or something like this. So it really improves your security level. If possible, in messengers, in bank accounts, yes, in other important system, always switch on the multi-factor authentication, because it really creates a lot of problems for attackers. See, even if we would just correct password with help of the dictionary, what we just did today on our example, yeah, then we have the second factor, which would be harder. For example, you must have access to the mobile phone, yeah, if you want to access the system after, even if you just correct your password. So it really increases the security level very much. And if possible, always, if you develop something, always build in a two-factor authentication. This is also a recommendation of Avast and other security professionals, yeah, because it really makes things safer. So I would recommend to do that. Well, yes, we spoke a bit about password protection, which is very important, and this is the first line of defense. And really, if you are familiar with competitions of cybersecurity, this is the first thing you're requested to do, something with the password protection. And the next thing I want to speak about, this is cryptography. This is an area of my scientific interest, so you can Google really. I'm writing quite a lot of papers about cryptography, about S-boxes. It's really a very interesting thing, and if you will imagine, cryptography will disappear in our world. Our world would change so much that it would be a disaster. Yeah, just imagine. Well, no authentication, no password protection, no encryption, all the information shared just with, well, without any protection. Yeah, so everyone can read your messages, see your photos, your videos, and everything. No cryptocurrency, no bank transactions. Everything connected with cybersecurity today really is connected somehow with the cryptography in some way. So cryptography is the main thing in the cybersecurity, and this is correct. If you think about cryptographic algorithms, you can differ them, you can classify them depending on the keys they're using. We have a keyless cryptographic algorithms, which is a hash functions, hashing algorithms. Hashing is very important. This is a fingerprints of information. For example, if you want to store your passwords, yeah, you can't store them in just in an open form, because it means at least your admin can access the password tables, and you can see the password tables with open passwords then, yeah, if your administration the server. But even more, if someone will compromise the server, if someone will get this table, it means he will get all the passwords. So never store the passwords in just an open form. We use the hash functions to defend the password, to store them securely. The second class is a symmetric cryptographic algorithms. It means that it uses the same key to encrypt and to decrypt the information. The most employed, the most used today is block symmetric ciphers like IS, Advanced Encryption Standards. It's so used and it's so utilized today that it is implemented in hardware in mostly all modern processors. Just imagine your laptop, your desktop, your mobile phone processors just has this cryptographic algorithm implemented in hardware, like a hardware block on it. We are speaking now, yeah, we have the Zoom, so we can guess, and this is probably correct, that this information, this stream, is encrypted using IS cryptographic algorithm. So it means someone who will intercept these packets, yeah, he will be unable to hear what we are talking about. In Ukrainian state, we have our own encryption algorithm, which calls Kalina. It was developed in the city of Kharkov in our country, and it also was proven to be secure. And it's quite fast, actually, quite modern architecture. So this is our standard we are using in our technologies we are developing, including military technologies. Well, and the third group is the asymmetric cryptographic algorithms. It's probably the subject for another lecture, yeah, and it's very interesting. It's like magic. Asymmetric cryptographic algorithms means it uses different keys to encrypt and decrypt. Yeah, it means if we have the open channel and if we want to create security in this channel, so if we want to exchange the keys, this is what allows you to do that. Yeah, this is something like Diffie-Hellman exchange protocol. This is also claimed as asymmetric, but the basic examples is something like Rivers-Shamir-Adriman RCA cryptographic algorithm, or modern cryptographic algorithms, which is EC elliptic curves cryptography. Yeah? If you study cybersecurity, it's very important to study elliptic curves, because this is well, this is another subject really, because we know that quantum computers are developing and quantum attacks can become possible against asymmetric cryptographic algorithms. This is because we must have this elliptic curves cryptography, which are protected from this kinds of quantum attacks. Quantum attacks are really very, very dangerous, like Shaw algorithm and Grover algorithm, yeah, can be used to factorize numbers or to find discrete logarithms, indexes, and break the systems. Well, another way to defend information, which is alternative, sometimes is considered as an alternative to cryptography, is a steganography. Steganography is another sort of research I'm doing. Yeah, this is also a kind of my scientific interest. Yeah, so I'm developing some steganographic algorithms as well. You can Google some interesting papers about it. This is about information hiding. So if you have some media like images or video or audio, you can embed information into this media to make sure that no one can find it. So it's covered, yeah, just a hidden information channels. I can tell you that in the terrible attack against World Trade Center, you know, it's happened in 2001, yeah, in September on 11th, where many people died. The terrorists, they used steganography to transfer information from one to another. So they embedded information in the images, and they're sending these images. So American special services were unable to detect this information. This is the power of steganography. And steganography, it's really dangerous. This is because we must study not only steganography, but also steganalysis to be able to find these covert communication channels and to mitigate them. It could be considered as a very serious vulnerability in modern world. Today, on this lecture, because I wanted to make it more practical, I wanted to show you some cryptographic utility. We are using a lot here in the Ukrainian state, and also it's very common in the world. It's quite old one. When I was studying, when I was a student like you now, I was studying VeriCrypt as well, but that times it was called a TrueCrypt. TrueCrypt is a simple, freeware, open source cryptography utility. It's a cross-platform, so you can use it on Windows, Linux, MacOS, yeah, for personal or for educational use. It's also used in corporations as well, and companies, yeah, because it's really secure and it's really a good one. If you want to secure your information, if you want to secure your information communication. Well, yes, so let me to show you this utility. I installed it for you. Using this utility, okay, it's in Ukrainian language, so maybe I can change it to English. Yes, it's English. Yeah, we usually start in Ukrainian, yeah, but now it's in English. So you can create containers here. Okay, let's do it. It's like virtual volumes or virtual partitions of the drives, but it can be well, it's a virtual really. It's encrypted, but it can be not only a storage partitions. It can be a wall partitions you may use to install an operation system there. So it could be the whole operation system encrypted. Let's try to make just a simple container. I'm going to save it somewhere here, so let it to be on wall 4. You can send then this file to someone else via the messenger or just upload it somewhere, yes, and make sure that this is secure because it's defended by the cryptography, defended by the password or cryptographic key. You can select different types of cryptographic algorithms: IS, Serpent, Twofish, Camellia, Kuznechik. Oh, don't use Kuznechik, please. It's a Russian one. So you can use an IS cryptographic algorithm. You can choose the size. Well, that would be 100 megabytes or something like this. You can use a password. Let me to choose not very secure passwords, for example, but in reality, this is bad idea. You have to use good passwords. Now we know well what is the passwords and how important it is to choose a good passwords. Yeah, you can also use a key file, so you can set some of your photos or videos as a key file, and really it's really enhance your security level. So this is really a good idea to do that if you can possibility to do this. Okay, we have a warning because this password is too simple, and now it's collecting entropy because it will just put a pseudorandom, well, collecting entropy from the mouse movements. This is not a pseudorandom, this is a random numbers, yeah? It will collect a random numbers to put it on this volume. So if you open this volume with hex editor, well, let me just open it in HXD. We created it as a vol4, yeah. So this is 100 megs of random sequence, yeah. You see. So attacker can't even make a guess about how many information you upload to this volume because it's just fulfilled with random information. You understand? When you encrypt data, it also looks like random. So you don't know where the encrypted data stops and empty space starts. It's a very good idea to do this. So you can mount this volume. Okay, let's select it. It's a vol4, and we mount it on the A letter. It's requested a password to mount it, and you see, we have it as a volume here, yeah? So we can put some files. This is our lecture presentation. So let's just copy it and put it here. And now it's encrypted, so you can unmount the container. It's unmounted, and then you can send this to this vol4 to other people and be secure that this is all, or store it somewhere, yeah, and be sure that it's secured. So no one who don't know the password or who don't have the key will be unable to read the information in this container. But this is not all the possibilities of the VeraCrypt, and of course we have a lot of possibilities we can use with this software. Just a small one more small example, yeah, on our lecture. I want to show you the secret volumes. What is the secret volumes? Well, the information can be absolutely different, and sometimes you may be forced to reveal a password. Well, let's hope that it never happens, but everything is possible. It could be some threats, it could be some blackmail, or something like that. So VeraCrypt can defend you from such a possibility by maintaining the secret volume. What is a secret volume? Secret volume is a volume inside the volume. It means you have the outer volume, outer container, and inside the outer container you have the special inner container, which is a secret one. So let's try to do that. Let's create volume and create a hidden. It's a secret, very crypt volume. We just do a direct mode. It means we build in the existing container. For example, this vol4. So we must type the password from the outer volume. Okay. This is UAC. We choose the encryption algorithm for the secret volume. It could be other one from us. And for example, it will be 10 megs or, well, 40 megs. Yeah, 40 megs will be the secret space inside of this container. We have to make another password. It must be different from the password we are using. So it could be QWERTY. Well, this is just example. Yeah, you must use proper passwords if you use it in the real world. It's also collecting entropy again. And now we can format this container. Okay, it's created. And now if we mount this the same container, but type password QWERTY, it can take more time. Oh, it's mounted. We are in but this is 40 megs. We are in the inner container, in the secret container. You understand? Now it differs, yeah? If you type the secret password, you're in the outer container. If you type the super secret password, you're in the inner container. So you can put the some information that looks like really important information in the outer container, and even under the threats, you have to give the password. You give the password from outer container. But really secret information, which stored in the super secret inner container, it remains in the safety. So this possibility really allows you to prevent attackers, yeah, from taking the information even under the threats or under the some blackmail or something like that, yes, that forces you to give the cryptography key to the attacker. Yeah, and I must tell you that even if attacker is using forensics to analysis this container, he will never know. Well, it's mounted now, so to see it, we have to unmount it. He sees just pseudo-random sequences. He sees just nothing. So even forensic, because of these hedges, yeah, of the containers, they are also pseudo-random. And encrypted data is pseudo-random. And empty space in the container is pseudo-random. It's never possible for attacker to understand is a secret value present, where's the beginning of it, or something like this. So for attackers, this is just a pseudo-random sequence. So no information will be given to him, even under the possible attacks. Possible threats or physical attacks, yes, which forces you to give him the password. You can create entire secret systems, install Windows or Linux, install these packets. Yeah, so you will have the outer system and inner secret system in VeraCrypt, which will increases the security very much, and it's really good, very good utility you can use to enhance your security on practice, and also it's open source, so we understand well how it works. So I will recommend it to use it, yes, and to learn it at least, yeah, how to use it. This is a really very good thing to do. Yeah, there are some shareware utilities which like the VeraCrypt, for example, Steganus, yes, Steganus. It's a Steganus. They are producing Steganus Privacy Suite and also Steganus Safe. I am not sure they're developing it, continue to developing it, but they had it before in products. Oh yes, Steganus Data Safe. Yeah, but you see, it's a shareware software, so you using it for money, but really it provides the same possibilities as VeraCrypt, and also it's not open source. So VeraCrypt is really a great choice you can use to enhance your privacy and your security. Well, really lots of things I can talk about, and we can talk about cybersecurity. Yeah. I have a bit more information here about such a subjects as ransomware. Ransomware is a great threat today. We had massive attack in Ukraine several years ago by the ransomware virus called Novita. maybe you heard about this. It's collapses a lot of systems here, and it was like that you come to supermarket and they say, oh, we are sorry, we are not working because our databases is corrupted. Yeah, ransomware is a great threat, and defending from ransomware, we can speak a lot about this and types of ransomware, and what you can do to prevent ransomware, to damage your business, to damage your personal data. Ransomware is a great challenge in modern cybersecurity, and it grows. So see this graph, it's really grows, but we don't really have time to speak more in details about ransomware. Another subject, yes, this is what you see if you get ransomware on your PC. Another type of malicious things you can get is a spyware. Spyware, it makes your security system absolutely unusable, because if you have a spyware on your computers, it means it records everything. It records text, it records passwords you are typing, it records it's making screenshots, it records the browser history. This is catastrophe, yeah? Spyware is also increasingly growing threat, and it's necessary to understand it if you want to make secure system, if you want to defend your cyberspace, your company, your business, your life. It's very, very important to understand what is spyware and how to prevent spyware. There are also other interesting topics about cybersecurity, and I'm pretty sure that you can get more information about it on the YouTube, on books, on modern papers about cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is emerging, it's extremely interesting and extremely urgent for real world topic. I hope it was interesting for you to get some more information about this area, to see a bit of examples. Yeah, I was showing on this small lecture about cybersecurity, and well, I thank you for your attention. I wish you success in your careers. I wish you success in your life. Stay safe. Think about cybersecurity, and everything else good for you. So this concludes really our lecture. I thank you for your attention, and it would be great if you can send your questions to the chat. I will with pleasure answer all of your questions. Yes, I see there are some questions already here. Question from Abdul. Could you please explain how cybersecurity differs when applied to personal users versus large organizations? Oh yes, it differs very much, and for your personal life, you must just know just basic rules. For example, like passwords, how to choose passwords, understand what is an antivirus, what is a firewall a bit, what is a browser security, what is a HTTPS, yeah, which is very important. Some policy like don't open malicious files, some suspected files, what is a phishing, which is a very important. Phishing is a great threat today. This is what you have to know. If you run cybersecurity in an organization, in a large organization, it means you must really have a cybersecurity department. What it will do? It will make a special organization issues. So write down some rules, yeah, how to run computers, how to behave in different situations. For example, virus attacks or DDoS attacks or other types of attacks that can be performed on the system. It means they have to maintain security on their system. If this is large organization, they must have, they probably have large servers. For example, our university, we also have powerful servers. It means we have to maintain server security. We have to run firewall. We have to professionally set up the rules. It's mostly several Linux distributions. It's specialized software like CyberEngines, like CTF platforms, like educational systems we have, yeah, on our servers. So we have to think how to set the system securely, yeah, and this is a great task. We have to learn other people in the organization, and this is also a task about cybersecurity and how to stop threats, how to behave in different situations. So it's really differs. If you do it on professional level, it's really differs. For personal level in Ukrainian state, we have free courses. You can just log in there. You can just study cybersecurity there. It's for personal use, and it's really simple. Making other people understand what is cybersecurity and how to react on different threats. The second question I see is from Kenan. Thank you. Thanks for Abdul for questions. Thanks for Kenan. His question is, from your perspective, what are the most essential habits students should develop to protect the digital identity? See, it differs. If you are a cybersecurity professional, you must learn hard. Yes, you must understand cryptography, steganography. You must understand web security, work on DVVA, understand how attacks can be performed, and other things. Yeah, if you learn in cybersecurity as a web developer or a developer, you must understand how to develop things like I showed you today with these fields, with security of web apps, or WASP, yeah, and something like this. For the personal use, it will be enough, just the basic things like what we were speaking about today. And question for Paulina. May I ask, how do security professionals detect and prevent attacks in real time? Thank you, Paulina, for your question. We have special systems like IPS, intrusion prevention system, IDS, intrusion detection systems. We research in logs. Many systems today also have artificial intelligence built in, so we can analyze massive amounts of logs, and then we can analyze in this, we can see attacks was performed, and think about how to mitigate this, think why it's happened, what vulnerabilities we have, yes, and how to react on these attacks. This is what we usually do to identify and prevent the attacks. Yes, how to prevent. Then we have to use special systems like firewalls, like systems to prevent DDoS attacks, like intrusion prevention systems, IPS, what I'm talking about, to prevent these situations and to defend the system. But really, how to defend the system, it's a science, and this is art, yes, today. So this is because cybersecurity specialists are in demand very much today, and very needed in companies and everywhere in the world, really. Yes, so I see this is all of questions. Seem to be no others. So thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation, Professor Artem. Before I close this event, for all participants, please open your camera. I will take a picture on the count of three for documentation. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for your good cooperation. Finally, we come to the end of visiting lecture today. We would like to thank you for Professor Artem for the wonderful information and sharing your knowledge. We hope this information will be beneficial for all participants. At least we hope to have a collaboration in the future. The visiting lecture for today and here. We'll see you soon. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you very much.